Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Cover True Crime on an all-new extra report. Today's extra report is called Gypsy Rose Countdown to Chaos, as she will be off parole in 2 weeks. If this sounds interesting, please stay tuned. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the woman at the center of one of the most disturbing true crime cases in recent memory, is officially nearing the end of her parole. And just when you think Gypsy Rose couldn't get any more delusional, she goes and posts a video comparing herself to a Disney princess. And not just any princess, Rapunzel from Tangled. In the video, Gypsy paints herself as some trapped damsel in distress who escaped the clutches of an evil mother. A whimsical, cartoonish story arc where the abusive mother dies and the heroine gets her freedom and rides off into the sunset. But this isn't Disney. This is real life, and her escape was not some magical act of fate. It was schmurder, premeditated, cold, and calculated. And now she has the audacity to dance on her mother's grave with fairy tale metaphors and glow stick countdowns. Let's not forget, Gypsy plotted her own mother's murder. She didn't flee, she didn't ask for help, didn't run away like her then boyfriend Nick Godejohn begged her to. Instead, she lured him in with a victim narrative, manipulated him into thinking he had to save her, and then, when the blood was on the floor, she threw him under the bus without hesitation. And now she continues to rewrite the entire story like she's some misunderstood princess emerging from a cursed tower. No, Gypsy Rose has always had a strange, almost obsessive attachment to fairy tales and Disney stories. But this isn't fantasy. This is a person who orchestrated a homicide, served only 8 years, and is now just days away from being completely off parole. And with that, no restrictions, no oversights, no leash. She is now portraying herself online as an icon of empowerment, posting countdowns to her freedom, with her small circle of delusional supporters cheering her on as if she's some hero who overcame the odds. Let's be very clear. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is not a hero. She is not a misunderstood child. She is not some survivor of a tragic tale. She is a manipulative, dangerous individual who played a long con, gamed the public, and now sees herself as a celebrity rather than a criminal. So what has old Gypsy Rose been doing to mark the countdown of her so-called freedom? Gypsy has been taking to social media, posting party graphics and cringe-worthy captions, practically announcing that she's ready to terrorize NOLA, referring to New Orleans, with her small circle of delusional friends. It's almost surreal watching someone who once plotted a murder act like they're prepping for spring break in the French Quarter. On one particular disturbing post included the phrase, "Let them eat cake." A historical reference famously attributed to, perhaps falsely, to Marie Antoinette before the French Revolution, used to mock the poor. A tasteless, ironic flex from someone whose life was once a media case study on alleged abuse, manipulation, and murder. The tone deafness is astounding. Does Gypsy even know what that phrase means? Or is it just another example of her increasingly narcissistic and unfiltered behavior online? Let's not forget, just this week marked the anniversary of the night she conspired with her then boyfriend Nicholas Godejohn to murder her mother. And what did Gypsy do on that day? Another tacky, celebratory post, once again showing no respect for the woman who, despite many years of malingering due to raising a sick child with an absentee father, gave her life. So now with parole ending, what can we expect from Gypsy Dipsy Bop? Many would say, not much good. While on parole, Gypsy appeared to enjoy one of the most lenient supervisory arrangements imaginable. Her parole officer allowed her wide latitude despite multiple red flags, from constant online controversies to sharing private medical information of her ex-husband Ryan and fueling online drama. And now she's about to be fully free. No oversight, no restrictions, no filters. For someone who has shown no consistent accountability, no public growth, and no meaningful remorse, this is alarming. With her newfound influence and growing online platform and an emboldened sense of celebrity, many fear we're about to witness a train wreck in slow motion. Let's be clear. Gypsy Rose Blanchard has a documented history of deceit, manipulation, and calculated behavior. She is not, I repeat, she is not a victim of Munchausen by proxy. She is a fraud, a convicted conspirator, and arguably exhibits many traits consistent with sociopathy. And now she's stepping back into the world completely untethered. This concern isn't just about her, but the impact her actions will have on others. With freedom comes responsibility, but Gypsy Rose has never taken true responsibility for everything, not even the life she helped take. Buckle up, because if the past few months are any indication of what's to come, this isn't a redemption arc. This is a ticking clock, and many fear what happens when the countdown finally hits to 0. People should be concerned, very concerned, because what we're witnessing isn't a fairy tale. It's a walking PR campaign from a convicted conspirator, selling a fraud-filled narrative to millions, all while still showing zero real remorse. And this isn't healing. This is hubris. And if you think Gypsy's chaos ended behind bars, think again. This video is sponsored by, well, you. Whenever you like, comment, and share, that gets these videos seen in the algorithm. And I want to thank you so much for everything. I would also like to give a shout out to Peace in Christ 707 for being a channel member for 2 months. Thank you so much. I love you. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget, please take care of yourself and be safe. Until next time.